All right, guys, what's up? This is going to be series two and the next 5 games on the schedule, series two. But before I get into that part of the video, I want to get into the previous five. And the previous five was against the previous 5 games were against the Grizzlies, the Bucks, the Timberwolves, and the Hawks 2 times. Um, in the series one video, I had us winning 4 out of 5 of those games. We did do that, but it was against different teams. I had us losing against the Bucks and beating the Timberwolves, but we won against the Bucks in an epic thriller, overtime thriller, and we lost against the Timberwolves, which we shouldn't even lost because, I mean, in that game they gave us the game, guys. We committed way too many turnovers, and that's what ultimately killed us in the end of the game. And then Andrew Wiggins went off for like 4 threes in a row in the fourth quarter. So let's talk about. I already kind of talked about the Heat and Grizzlies game, for the season opener video. So I'm gonna not even talk about that one really. I want to talk about the Heat and Bucks. I'll just go over the stats right quick. Winslow had 10, 7, and 13. Bam Adebayo had 19 and 13 with 8 assists. Miles Leonard had 8 and 7. Uh, Tyler Hero had a so-so game. It was a kind of shifty game. He had 14 points with 5 rebounds. Nunn had a very good game. He had 18 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. A well-rounded game. Gordon Dragic came off the bench with 25 points and 8 assists and 6 rebounds. Um, Kelly Olynyk came off the bench with 14 points. He had a very good game. He showed a lot of effort, especially in the fourth quarter. And Derrick Jones Jr., before he got hurt, had 14 points. And Duncan Robinson had a pair of threes with 9 points. So, a couple of threes, not a pair. So, that was a good game, especially going against a top team in the East without Jimmy Butler. We shot 45% in that game. We hit 16 3-pointers in that game and shot 36% from 3-point land. Our free throw percentage is a little to be desired. I would like to see the 70 clip, but we shot 63%. They beat us in that clip. They shot 77% from free throw. But we out rebounded them. We played more team ball. We had 10 more assists than them. They had 22 assists. We had 23 assists. They had 4 blocks. We had 3 blocks, and all steals. They had 8. We had 7. But we won a turnover battle. They only had 18. They had 18. We only had 16, and that which allowed us to score more in the paint off the fast breaks because we had 48 points in the paint. They had 42. So that's that game. We did a good job of putting pressure on Giannis. That's my comments about that, really. And he fouled out the game because he tried to be aggressive, but we stopped him from getting to the paint. Now, the Timberwolves, I want to talk about this game. This is really an upset, guys. This is a game we should have never lost. Turnovers killed us in this game, and that's been the theme for the East Coast teams these last few years, is these turnovers. We are a very turnover turnover heavy team, and we got to fix that, guys. They had they shot 42. Our field goal percentage was higher than theirs, but the turnovers is what killed us. Like I said, we shouldn't have won this game. We shot 41% from 3-point land. They shot 28. We shot almost 50% from field goal, but they only shot 42. This is a frustrating loss, and I know the referees did kind of screw us over in this game, but this was a very frustrating loss because when we give them points, when we just give them turnovers, we give them points, guys. I think in the first 8 minutes they gave us like 8 turnovers, and we did not score or capitalize on one of those opportunities. We got to score on those type of opportunities in these type of games, guys. I don't understand why we didn't be more assertive and took advantage of that were given to us. Because like I said, Timberwolves gave us this game, guys, and we showed them we didn't want it. We had more effort on defense. We had 9 blocks. They only had one block. I mean, they had 12 steals. We had 7 steals. But again, the turnovers is what got us, and the personal fouls. Our disciplinary on defense is just bad, guys. It's very bad. So, we wanna games like this. We need to look back at, and the guys need to learn their mistakes, because little mistakes like that, like bad fouls at the wrong time and turnovers, especially turnovers, can cost us easy games like that, winnable games like that. The Timberwolves are not good as us, guys. And then it didn't help when we let Andrew Wiggins go off for like 4 3 straight in the fourth quarter. So, uh, now against the Hawks, Jimmy Butler returned on Tuesday night against the Hawks. I'll do the stats right quick for us. Each player, Bam Adebayo had a pretty good game. He had a double-double. He had 17 and 10. Jimmy Butler had 21 in his debut with 2 assists and 5 rebounds, and very good defense in that game, might add. Miles Leonard had a 3 and 9 rebounds. Kendrick Nunn had a pretty good game. He had 17 points and 3 assists, a pair of threes. Kind of spaced the floor out for us when we needed it. Winslow didn't have a great game, but he did get some defensive rebounds, and he dished the ball 3 times. 21 points, 3 dimes, and 3 assists. 3 dimes and 3 rebounds. I'm trying to talk too fast, guys, for Goran Dragic. So that was a very good lift off the bench. Tyler Hero, man. Like I say, he's going to have up and down games because this is just a rookie year for him, guys. But he's showing me, and he's proving me wrong, and he's showing other doubters that he can score with the best of them. This guy dropped 29 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. Very good for Kendrick Nunn. He is reminding me of Klay Thompson, the way Klay Thompson comes off of screens and he shoots that midi, or he shoots that three. He's very good, and he's very good at that. So be on the lookout for Tyler Hero, guys, because he can really develop into a very good player in this NBA. Chris Silva had 2 rebounds. He had 2 points and 5 rebounds and a lot of energy off the bench. Duncan Robinson didn't have a great game. He only had 0 points, and that's his problem. That's Duncan Robinson's biggest issue with this team. Now, he only had 1 minute with this team. I don't know why Espo only gave him 1 minute, but even with the 1 minute, he didn't do. All right, I'm not gonna really get on his ass about that. He only had 1 minute in the game, so he can't really prove something. I don't know why Espo did not give him a lot of minutes. That didn't make sense at all. The previous game against the Timberwolves, he had a very good game. That was weird. You can't expect to keep giving a player inconsistent minutes and expect them to show up. They're not going to show up like that. So Kelly Olynyk only had 3 rebounds in 18 minutes. So that's kind of interesting how Espo's kind of inconsistent with these guys' minutes. You got to give them consistent minutes. And me personally, I like Kelly Olynyk starting at the 4 than Miles Leonard. Me personally, he plays more scrappier defense, and he's been on the team longer, and he's earned that position. So that's these things are interesting. Trae Young got hurt in this game, so he didn't play the full game. And I'll go to team stats. We shot 42% from field goal. They shot 40. No, we shot 45. They shot 42. We had 41% from three-point land. They only had 28. We shot a better free throw percentage in this game with 73 points. Total, we just destroyed them on the boards, guys. They beat us in the assist game with 28 to our 19, but we destroyed them in rebounds. Just about the same in blocks, but they had 1 more than us. Steals, they had more. So they played tenaciously more defense than us. And we also lost. And see, this is another thing about it. We might have won the game, but we could have honestly blew them out. It was 112 to 97, guys. We could have honestly blew them out if we didn't have that many turnovers. Turnovers is our biggest issue in the game. So we need to capitalize on that, guys, because, easy teams, like, we're not going to face Atlanta all year. We're not going to face Timberwolves all year. We're going to end up facing teams like the Warriors are terrible this year. I'm thinking of the previous years. We're going to face teams like the Clippers. We're going to face teams like Boston. We're going to face teams like the Bucks. And we got to be able to control our turnovers, guys. We cannot be this sloppy on offense. We got to control our turnovers. So that was that game. And the last game against the Hawks, I did not watch this game. I was not able to watch it. I was busy last night. We still won the game. It was a closer game. It was 106-97. I'll go over the stats right quick. Kendrick Nunn had a very good game. He had 28 points, 0 assists, and 2 rebounds, but he had a very good game. Tyler Hero had 17 with 3 assists and 4 rebounds. Butler didn't have a huge offensive game, but he had a very good defensive game, and he was also a leader in, assisting the ball. That's the reason why Kendrick Nunn didn't have the ball a lot, because Butler was playing more of a point guard role while Kendrick Nunn was more of the shooting guard. Duncan Robinson had his minutes. He got his minutes back. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. I don't think Jimmy Butler. No, not Jimmy Butler. I don't think Winslow played this game. Yeah, Winslow didn't play this game, so that forced Duncan Robinson to get in the starting lineup, and he had a pretty good, decent game. Olynyk had 6 points. Dragic didn't have a great game. He only had 4 points and 3 assists, but we didn't need him for all that. And Chris Sylvia, him and Kendrick Nunn are my favorite players. Chris Sylvia gave us a lot of energy with 6 points and 2 rebounds. I think one of them were offensive rebounds. And so we beat Atlanta again. Now, granted, it comes with an asterisk because they didn't have I can't think of his name right now, Trae Young. So we're supposed to beat the Atlanta Hawks. We're supposed to blow Atlanta Hawks out, but they gave us a pretty competitive game last night. Like I said, I got to go back and watch that game. But, our field goal percentage was 47% against their 40. We won in three-point percentage with 37%. And the free throw, we didn't have a great free throw game. We were back down to 63%, while they had 69, which is 70% to me. And they destroyed us on the boards. But we played better team ball. And we only had 13 turnovers to their 16. So that's what I want to see in this team. I want to see more assists and less turnovers. That's what I want to see in this team. We got to get better on the fouls. That's part of our defensive identity, though. But we got to get better on the fouls. Now, in this portion of the video, I'm going to talk about the teams we're facing and what our record. The next 5 teams we're facing and what our record is supposed to be, or what I expect us to be. Now, tomorrow at 5 p.m., we have the Houston Rockets in Miami. I got us winning that game. We got home court advantage. I don't think Russell Westbrook and James Harden are in sync completely. And I think we should actually blow them out, guys. I got us winning that game in a blowout. If not, I think we still should win that game. Especially if we keep our turnovers in check, we should beat them. They're not a very good defensive team either. So we should do very good in that. We should beat them in that game. Then we have the Denver Nuggets in Denver on Tuesday at 8 p.m. I got us losing that one, guys. Denver's a pretty tough team at home, and they play in high altitude. And like I said, it's going to be a home game for them, so it's going to be a tough game for them. Sorry for the car going off, guys. I'm sitting in the parking lot making this video. The next game we got is against the Phoenix Suns in Phoenix on Thursday at 8 p.m. I got us winning that one. No questions asked. I mean, we should blow them out. We should blow them out the water. They don't have their center. And like I said, they're not a very good team. They're a rebuilding team. Next Friday on the 11th, we got the LA Lakers in LA at 9 o'clock p.m. It's going to be a late game. I got us winning that game also. I don't think the Lakers are they're not at their best right now with LeBron James and the crew. So I got us sneaking a victory in LA against the Lakers. I think we're going to have a very good defensive effort in that game, and we should win that game. And then our last game in this 5-game stretch is against the Detroit Pistons. It's going to be in Miami on next Tuesday on the 12th, and it's going to be at 6:30. I got us winning that game against the Pistons. I think we're a better team than the Pistons. We should beat them. Now, Derrick Rose is having a resurgent year. I mean, he had one last year, but he's continuing that. But like I said, we should be able to beat the Pistons. I think we're a better team than the Pistons. I think Bam should, he should be able to handle Drummond. I'm not saying he's better than Drummond, but I think he should be able to, uh, plus minus thing. He should be able to equal out to what he does. I don't, I don't believe there's a guy on their team that can hold Jimmy Butler or Kendrick Nunn. So I think we should beat the Pistons. So I got us winning 4 out of the next 5 again in this next 5-game stretch. This video is going long enough. You guys tell me what you think. He left for 2 or 5 out. Let's get it.